In today's news, 2025 is the year everything changes, the year where SWIFT and XRP take over, the year crypto regulatory frameworks are implemented, giving these institutions their much needed clarity, allowing them to dive headfirst into this growing niche of a financial asset class. But 2024 this year has been a year of hardship, but also development. As we can hear in this very big video, they have been building this brand new DeFi infrastructure for a while now, something that didn't exist the last cycle, and it is finally starting to bear fruit. And as a result, we are about to see trillions of dollars worth of institutional money flood into this space, increasing the adoption of DeFi and thus sending the price of assets like XRP to the moon. Listen very closely. The second thing that I want to talk about is institution. So when I first entered the space in 2017, I came from Fidelity, and at the time, the conversation was, okay, when are the institutions going to enter blockchain and really make this a more legitimate space? And this conversation has been happening for the past 7 years. But if you look at the market today, I don't think there's an institution that would say crypto is going away. In fact, this year we saw one of the largest financial institutions, BlackRock, partner with a company Securitize, one of our portfolio companies, to tokenize their own funds called BITL. And if you look at this trend, RWA stands for real world assets. Real world assets is any sort of asset that you can tokenize on chain, regardless of the numbers on this graph. It's up and to the right. And I think what we're seeing is a shift from theory to actual life production on the institutional side. And then the last data point that I want to talk about is DeFi. And I'm not really going to talk about DeFi as a sector, but what I want to point out is when DeFi was first starting out in 2018, or you can sort of decide what date that would be. It was an experiment. We were rebuilding the financial infrastructure from the ground up. But now, 5 or 6 years later, DeFi has withstood a number of major shocks to its system, whether that's COVID, the regional banking crisis in the US, or even our own crypto cycle with FTX and other players. And through it all, DeFi continued to work, and we are seeing players like Aave and Uniswap prove to be resilient and prove that the technology works. And this is a brand new infrastructure that didn't exist just a couple of years ago. This is a very big deal, proof that we are about to go so much higher. And one of the final roadblocks, if you will, the final thing stopping institutions from going all in into crypto and XRP is the current lack of regulatory frameworks. Well, thankfully, for one example, introducing here, we have MiCA, Europe, stablecoin, and crypto regulations that was launched in summer of this year and will be fully implemented by the end of this year, 1 month from now, December 30th, 2024. So we are about to see a drastic shift as actors who are not compliant will cease to exist, which therefore is a direct threat to the likes of USDT Tether, as it has already confirmed that they are not compliant with MiCA regulations. This will therefore open up a pathway for the compliant stablecoins like USDC Circle and the incoming RLUSD from Ripple. Again, pay close attention. Hello everyone and welcome to our discussion today on the rise of stablecoins in Europe. My name is Conrad Kraft. I am Strategic Advisor at the Digital Euro Association. And today I am pleased to have experts in the stablecoin industry to join me today to share the insights on essentially the growing interest around stablecoins, not just across the globe, but specifically also in Europe. Well, if I could maybe go to Patrick on this one. Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's still early days. So I want to be cautious and not be too optimistic too early. But generally speaking, we have seen an increase in interest in our euro-denominated stablecoin, for example. It stands now at roughly 90 million of market cap, which is comparatively small if you compare it to the largest dollar stablecoins. But if you look at it individually, it has been growing roughly 100%. So doubling in circulation over the last couple of months. So we just started issuing it as a MiCA-compliant Amani token out of the French entity in July. We had then a very successful launch of that ERC token on the base blockchain. And so we have added at least 40, 50 million to that market cap. And also in discussions with partners, be it institutions, be it crypto capital market partners like exchanges, or be it payment service providers in the union. It is very clear that their perspective on those assets, on those tokens, have now changed. And they clearly see them as an integral part, regulated part of the payments landscape and of the financial landscape, and are now way less hesitant to integrate those tokens into their services. So hopefully, as mentioned, it's still early days, but hopefully if this growth continues, I'm personally very bullish that we will see, Euro stablecoins in general doubling, tripling, etc. in size and circulation over the next couple of years. Now, I'm hoping you noticed and paid attention to the partners and sponsors, if you will, of this meeting, this video call. Not just you have a number of them who are Ripple partners, but you also have Ripple themselves. Point being, which is very big news, but point being is no matter what, for me, it's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when Tether implodes. The consequences that will follow will force regulators to step in a huge income and black swan that will heavily affect the crypto market. And believe it or not, whether Ripple and XRP are one of these regulators to an extent, there's a reason why Ripple are a key and sometimes the only crypto entity in attendance at these policy summits and closed door meetings regarding regulations with these banks and the governments. They are whispering and guiding these global leaders, and with the governments and central bankers in Ripple's back pocket, in my personal, if not financial advice, of course. I believe it is inevitable that crypto will explode so much more in value in the cycle and cycle to come, and especially the likes of XRP, which is why I created a free-to-join Discord server where over 500 of us now are working towards achieving financial freedom, spreading our knowledge in order to become as rich as possible in this bull cycle. If you want to join, click the link in the description below, because another key reason why I believe XRP will explode in this cycle to start cannibalizing USDT, Tether in potentially just 1 month from now, is due to their connections to SWIFT, the global messaging system used by institutions worldwide transacting trillions of dollars a day. Has been documented, so clear-cut proof that Ripple will be one of the rails integrated into the SWIFT network once cross-border payments and reporting plus, so CBPR, which is SWIFT's first initiative to standardize cross-border ISO 2822 payment types, once it is fully implemented in 2020-25 next year. Which of course is huge news with XRP, of course, being ISO 22 compliant. These developments initiatives will enhance their interoperability to the SWIFT network to tap into trainings of donors a day. Here is another example demonstrating Ripple's interoperability with SWIFT through third-party partnerships. EastNet's Payment Safe is a payment hub that integrates domestic and international payments rails into a single ISO 20022 compliant platform. As you can see, Ripple is one of the available payment gateways alongside SWIFT. So XRP and SWIFT are going to work together to explode and transform the financial system. And this is further supported in this video from an ex-SWIFT employee who now joined Ripple, saying that Ripple won't replace SWIFT but complement their network capabilities. SWIFT is the preeminent messaging system for the financial industry, which covers, say, payments, FX, trade in terms of securities, etc., not to reconciliations, etc. What we're looking with the crypto, though, is where SWIFT would have a store and forward system for most of its payment transactions, where you need service level agreements that in a certain time I will do something. But payment turns up at a certain time. During here, we're looking at the new network styles, which allow instant real-time movement to the funds and visibility of those funds as well. So we would not have a situation where banks need to come back to you and say, have my funds arrived? It's 3 days later. I need to find out or find query messages moving around the network. There's nothing like that. I believe Ripple is going to replace SWIFT. Ripple is one of the complementary networks, which is going to allow those institutions who need real time to make use of that. And I think we're also seeing that SWIFT are changing their network capabilities so that real time will be a possibility as well. But we may also see Ripple XRP moving across the SWIFT network as a currency when we're perhaps using something like FX. Tesla's days are numbered. XRP's takeover with SWIFT is imminent, and institutions are preparing eagerly for this incoming shift, this flip the switch moment, if you will. And that is why Wall Street and other massive institutions are building, increasing their demand, if you will, for ETFs to get out hold of crypto. Especially the likes of XRP. Here we can see from Laner Tarot that Bitwise is renaming their European XRP ETF to GXRP, and Ripple is planning to invest into it, which of course is very big news, but that is not all. Bitwise also filed its 10 crypto index ETF with the SEC earlier this week, and it includes the likes of XRP. I imagine this filing won't get rejected, worst case delayed until the new CC chair takes over, which right now some reports suggest that Trump's team is interviewing the pro-crypto former CC Commissioner Paul Atkins as Gary Gensdot's replacement. We have seen nothing here. Crypto is about to explode to much higher with regulatory clarity incoming, so do your own good. You're better still come chill, try and learn more in the physical survey link below, and I'll see you in the next one.